Hey and welcome back to the CraneBee tutorial. This video is part of a series where I will show you how you can use CraneBee. If this video is the one you want to watch, just keep watching, but if you are looking for other topics, I linked the whole playlist down in the description. In this video I'm going to talk about the RHL, which stands for Rigging, Hook and Load, and I will show you how to make a simple object with that. Let's get started. Right, and we are back in our project. In this case, I'm just going to pick any crane. This will be the AC7 450. And in the crane tab, we can start the RHL by clicking on the RHL button at the top. Give it a second to load. And we are greeted by this view where you can choose which load assembly you want to have. In this case, I'm going to do one with one spreader to make it not as hard as it can get, but to show you what can be done. And you see right away it will change the Explorer on the left. Let's start from the top to the bottom and then we do all step by step. Starting with the hook block. So there's a 450 ton crane. Let's put a 350 ton hook block on there. Yes, we can also put in a color. Let's make this one orange. And let's say we're done with this and move on. By the way, if you want to rotate the lower part of the hook, you can do that up here on those little buttons. I keep them as is. Right. From this hook we have two wires. I'm gonna leave this very simple, so no additional accessories. I'm just gonna put in the wires. So we have, let's put around 100 ton wires in. Doesn't show anything yet because we didn't select how many wires we want. In this case I want 2 wires, and you can see them down below connected to nothing yet. We can leave it like this for now and go ahead to the spreader. Again, this spreader will be a very simple one. It's just a long cuboid, 0.5 and 0.5 as well. And I want to have both of my lines just at the top on the edge. So I'm going to put in, I want to arrange them along, and this is 4 meters apart, and click, and that's that. Again, as simple as possible at the moment. And the wire ropes, which come between the spreader and the load, let's use the same, and in this case we need 4. They appear down below here as 1 at the moment. Let's give them a color as well, just so we see that a bit better. Let's take pink. Why not? And we get to the load. In this case, you can load up a load from the library, but I will only again use a cuboid here just to showcase how this is done. And the other one was 4 meters. Let's say I want to have it 8 meters long. This is green. And about 4 meters wide. This is red. Oh, yeah, let's say 2 meters wide. I think otherwise it would get too big. And yeah, 2 meters height as well is fine. And let's put the yellow to 0, which will close it up, so it's not hollow anymore. Yeah, right, so we defined the load. We defined everything. Basically what we need to define still is where to put those wire ropes. And when we go back to the wire ropes, when we go back to the spreader, you will see at the lower anchor points of this upper structure, in this case the spreader, we now have 4 different fields we can fill up. If we take a look from the top, we see that in the y-axis we have 2 meters, and in the x-axis it is 8 meters. So I wanna have this on 8 meters on the x and on 2 meters on the y. We leave z alone, or z, and we say arrange. And now I forgot I'm on the wrong part, so that's no problem. I had to put this on the lower part, but it's fine. You can go ahead and put in, again, this spreader is 4 meters long, not R, 4, and half a meter wide, so 0.5. And we click arrange. And now we're going back to the load because we need to set the anchor points at the top of the load. And in this case, I got the wrong, in this case I got the right value, 8 meters long, 2 meters wide, and arrange. Right, looking good. And then what we can do is we can go back to the wire ropes, and on the rope length we can click to minus as often as possible. This will be kept at an angle of 30 degrees, as you can see up here. If I disengage this, I can go lower. But yeah, that's a bit too shallow in this case. So going back to 4, and yeah, we're fine. Right, when I'm finished with this, I can go back to general and click on accept. And the load will be put on our crane, as you can see here. It is also automatically lifted to a height that at least has the bottom of the load at 0. So when I go to the left view, and let's get rid of all the other stuff so we can see something. Where is this one? Where's my stadium? There's the stadium. And yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, the hook was at 1 meter before, so yeah. 11.42 is correct. But I started with 1 meter, so that's why it was at the top. Right, and then we can say, well, lift it up. And maybe turn it around a bit. Maybe put like 135 immediately, and you can see it will rotate at the lower part of the hook, not the hook itself. And that's pretty much it for the rigging hook and load. Everything else is basically more layers of the same, so you have to go through there. But yeah, that's how it works. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.